Hi, and welcome to this lesson on modern product teams. We're going to teach you about the roles and responsibilities of the product trio while also discussing the tools of the trade that allow that product trio to scale up their work into featureful products across multiple teams. Let's dive in. So, the product manager has a couple key responsibilities while being part of the modern product triad. While this hasn't always been the thinking in history, as you read different books, you might hear about the product duo, like the product manager and the designer. Modern product teams really emphasize three roles: the product manager, the designer, and of course, the tech lead. So, the product manager has the primary responsibility of really deeply understanding the customer. They are regularly talking with the customer at least every week, oftentimes multiple times per week, and through different means. They are the ones that own the data about the customer. They understand where that data is coming from. They understand the quantitative data in terms of its potential for systematic bias, qualitative data in terms of who's giving it to you and how and in what context. And they're able to really understand and process that data to develop insights about the customer's problems that we want to solve with the product. They also truly understand how the business works. They understand all the viability concerns in terms of everything from legal to marketing. They understand how we get to customers in terms of the channels. They understand the importance of being able to work with in a supplier context, and they understand the business model. And lastly, they also need to understand the market. This is including both the technologies as well as the other competitors and the trends that are coming into the market and changing the dynamics and potential ways in which customers access, take advantage of, and grow as customers using your product. They are then also supported by the product designer who owns the user journey. They have a good understanding of how to develop that user's desire for wanting to purchase a product, and then within the product itself, how they're going to actually go about using the product effectively. They are the ones that develop the visual design. They come up with the templates. They understand how to ensure consistency with the brand of the company and how to make sure that this is actually something usable. As a result, they are the ones who lead prototyping and they understand how to develop low and high fidelity prototypes that are very quick and easy to rapidly test ideas, and they are ultimately responsible for changing the user's behavior within the actual product experience. And so they really focus on those user outcomes and how to drive behavior towards them. And then lastly, we have the tech lead. And the tech lead is the newest member of the product core team, one that we've been talking about here for well over 5 years, but now is popular and frankly, absolutely necessary. They understand the architecture that this is going to be built on in terms of the product. They're going to ensure that whatever is designed can actually be built from a feasibility standpoint. They're going to develop the DevOps that is needed in order to get out those high fidelity prototypes and those questionnaires and surveys that you need in order to get feedback. They're also going to be looking at sustainability elements about, are we adding in new technologies that we need to support in the future? Is this something that's going to be really research intensive in order to support it long term? And sustainability and scalability concerns around, can we actually build this at scale? Is it feasible to do so? And when we scale it up, are we going to run into any major issues? So the tech lead is ensuring feasibility, the product designer is ensuring usability, and then the product manager has value and viability risks. So the tools of the trade for this product trio are that they're going to use a strategic objectives planning process, likely objectives and key results, in order to set out their goals to tackle customer problems. And the first step is going to be doing that customer discovery work. That means we are interviewing the customers and understanding their day in the life, the key problems that they have. We may be exploring opportunities with them, doing interviews, surveys, and other techniques to validate whether or not this is something worth adding to our business model or developing a new business line in, going through that build, measure, learn process, kind of the lean startup process of figuring out whether or not there is an opportunity for a product solution fit, and then later a product market fit. Customer discovery is normally led by the product manager. It is a lot of talking with customers, and it's a continuous process that's always ongoing because we need to be identifying those opportunities on a regular basis. Additionally, as we identify those problems to solve, we're going to be looking for, how can we explore potential solutions to those problems? And to do that requires the whole product trio. We're going to be doing a lot of high fidelity prototypes. Marty Kagan particularly likes to talk about this as a key technique. We can also be doing different kind of assumption tests and other forms. What we're looking to do is tackle the four main risks of a product. Value risk: will they buy it? Do they like it? Usability risk, can they figure out how to get through it and to gain access to it? Feasibility risk, can we build it and do we think this can scale well? And then viability risk, does it work for us, our business, how we channel, how we market, how we're supplied? And of course, any of the legal or regulatory constraints in the markets in which we're working. Tackling those problems requires a continuous process of building and testing and getting feedback. Usually, we're using the lean analytics cycle to see whether or not we're actually moving the needle towards those strategic objectives. And once we come up with a solution that we are very confident is actually tackling these risks and moving the needle towards our objective, we then scale up to product delivery. And product delivery is all about getting multiple product teams to work together at scale to build out that solution in a way that can be supportive of thousands, tens of thousands of customers accessing this product at the same time or under many different use cases and conditions. Normally, when doing this, we are continuing to explore opportunities in the solution space for hardening around all the ilities: scalability, reliability, sustainability, maintainability, and the goal is to come up with the best performance solution that we can. And we usually will use a concurrent engineering approach to explore and adapt, as well as try to separate our teams as we can with team topologies to ensure that they can really work independently as much as possible. But there's always a balance there. Leverage is important. So, what's important then to understand as well about these tools of the trade is that the product manager, the product designer, and the tech lead are working together to come up with viable solutions that can work to solve a problem that actually matters towards achieving the strategic objective. And at scale, we have teams of product managers working together to test lots of solutions and then integrate their work towards a featureful release. And with that, you understand the basics of modern product teams and how each team is figuring out for themselves what their direction is and how they're going to solve their problems within the time frame needed for the business. I hope you enjoyed learning about modern product teams. Click on the link below in order to go to our website, product.umd.edu. We have lots of free resources, including more lessons and certificates you can take for free, and you can learn all about what it is to be a product manager. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next one.